and then we'll lose our Signet. They get another massive friggin' draw. That's so good. Dang, that is good. Doesn't much matter. I like Antelope, but Aetherborn's good enough. Hello, good game. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, ghouls and goblins. Thank you so much for taking the time to help support the channel. Deposit those thumbs up if you don't mind right out of the gate. It really does help support the channel. Within today's video, we'll be playing Brawl Mono Black Professor Onyx. I'm going ahead and calling it. She is the queen of Brawl, you guys. This deck is performing very nicely, and we get some great matches for you guys today within the video. We're going to break down the deck list, talk about strategies, synergies, show the gameplay footage, discuss the playlines and interactions, and of course wrap up with our final thoughts and deck review. This process will give you, the viewer, a good idea whether or not the deck fits your personal playstyle, and of course your wildcard collections. If you're looking for any additional information within today's video, you can find it within the Linktree link in the description below, or just give it a Google, right? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Let's start the video. Alright, so we have a 60 card Brawl deck, average mana value of 3.1, 30 non-creatures and 5 creatures with 24 lands. This signifies that it is a control archetype, right? We have Professor Onyx as our commander for 6 mana, 5 loyalty when she enters, a Magecraft ability, which is passive. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. +1, you lose 1 life. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, put 1 into your hand, the rest into the grave. -3, each opponent sacrifices a creature with the greatest power among creatures that player controls. And -8, each opponent may discard a card. If they don't, they lose 3 life and repeat this process 6 more times, which is pretty crazy. So, it's just a control deck, right? We have some colorless shenanigans ramping into Ugin to back up Professor Onyx, right? It's a combo wombo. You guys know Ugin, 8 mana, 7 loyalty, +2/+3 damage, -X, exiling everything. That's a color, and -10, drawing 7 life, then playing 7 permanents, right? We're not going to go into things too in depth for you guys, as it is a Brawl deck, and there's just too much to cover. So, we have the ramp within Skyclave, within Replicating Ring, within the Arcane Signet, that's all colorless and can survive Ugin's minus. This is really nice. The Solemn Simulacrum also is a bit of a ramp engine there for us as well. So there should be no problem here. We have Mazemind Tome for the draw and the life gain, which is quite nice as well, helping us find, the individual pieces of removal that we need. There's a few MDFC land in here, taking us to 26. The Mauling, right, destroying creature, and Predication, having them discard a creature, right? Lots of removal in the deck. It is it's all removal, let's be honest. The only thing in here that we have that isn't removal, let's maybe start there. It's Draugr Necromancer, 4/4. If a non-token creature an opponent control would die, exile that card with an ice counter on it instead. You may cast spells from among cards in exile, our opponent's own, with ice counters on it, and spend mana as though it were any color, right? So this is nice. We have no creatures in the deck because we'll be playing our opponent's creatures. And then finally, we have a Clackbridge Troll, 8/8, Trample Haste. When it comes into play, they get the 3 goats, and then they have to sacrifice. If they do, we tap and draw. If they don't, we've got an 8/8 with Trample and Haste, which is pretty cool. And then, we kind of combo in Clackbridge Troll with things like Shadow's Verdict, wiping the field of all 3 CMC or less. We also have Pestilent Haze. All creatures get -2/2 until the end of turn for 3 mana. Or you can remove loyalty counters. But again, this is wiping the goats that we would create with the Clackbridge Troll, as well as Extinction Event. That's in here as well for our final field wipe. Crippling Fear, I guess, could be considered a field wipe as well for 4 mana, -3/3. You can get a majority of things that way probably as well. And then Blood on the Snow will destroy all creatures or all planeswalkers as well. We have snow mana incorporated within the deck, so we get to take advantage of the special ability, grabbing a planeswalker or creature from our grave back into play through that process, which is pretty cool, right? Moving on from there, we do have some form of graveyard control. The Cling to Dust is the first. We have Elspeth's Nightmare, Callous Bloodmage for graveyard control as well, to make sure that our opponent's not, bringing a bunch of baddies back from the grave consistently. We can kill things with Indestructible via Erebos Intervention, the -X/-X. It's also life gain. We also have Lash of Malice for the -2. Again, no creature can exist with a minus toughness, even if it has Indestructible. So that's the one way to kill Indestructible creatures. And then, of course, Flunk as well at instant speed for the -/ effect. So, you shouldn't have any problem there. We can force them to sacrifice through Soul Shatter if it's got Hexproof. The Liberation as well, taking care of creatures and enchantments through that sacrifice effect, which is a little bit different. We can search through our deck with the tutor, probably grabbing Ugin or a wipe, whatever we happen to need. And then, single target removal. There's a ton of it. Bloodchief's Thirst, Eliminate, Epic Downfall, Heartless Act, Umbrella Juke, Poison the Cup, Inscription of Ruin. We already talked about Elspeth a little bit. Baleful Mastery, nice exile there as well. And the Mauling is more removal. Eat to Extinction. Removal. We have the Faceless Haven here to take advantage of the lands and the Crawling Barrens as well. So we do have a creature base within our land total as well as the Castle Lockpoint for the draw. That's all I'm going to get into, right? You'll see the deck perform within the videos. And as far as the strategies and synergies go, you try to play as many land as you can, or mana sources, I guess, because you have non-land mana like the Relic. And, just control the match, right? Wipe the field of creatures and just get Professor out, get Ugin out, and if something happens, you can bring them back from the grave if you need, and there's the Troll as well. So there's a decent amount of power here within the deck. I'm having a lot of fun with it, and pretty good luck with it as well. So thank you guys again for your time and attention. Really appreciate each and every one of you. If you haven't done so yet, make sure to like the video and subscribe so you don't miss out on our contests and giveaways. We'll be back to wrap up with my final thoughts after the gameplay footage. Going first, I like the hand. There's a lot of removal here, and we even have Crawling Barrens. So let's get after it. You can't see behind me, but of course Professor Onyx is our commander. The Queen of Brawl, as she's been called. A little laggy here. Blaming my computer. It's because we're rendering at the same time, right? Let's toss this to the side. Why not? It's nice and cheap. Let's just take it off. Take it out of the board state. And we're playing against Kalga, the Titan Ape. Now, this guy has got the biggest diamond hands I've ever seen. Look at the size of that thing he's holding on to. Woof, right? So let's pass our turn. Getting closer towards Professor Onyx. We can dump our mana into the Barrens now. Oh, no, we'll remove that. Take the Scry as well. Already have a land. But can you have enough? We already have Crawling Barrens, so I don't think we need Haven. Right, they do such similar things. Alright, that's a thing. Gets to make it 3/3 here potentially too.
Unfortunately for you, they're quite hungry.
Scoop that out.
That was a short hunt.
If we pull a land, we can Lily -3. It's just Simulacrum, I guess. We need to remember they do have Kogla up for a fight. It's a 6-drop though. They'd all three be even. Perfect. So here we'll get a draw, take 4 damage, and then wipe the field. Blood on the Snow is pretty tasty. Our turn, hit for even. Now that's tasty as well, right? Good game. Oh. We didn't even get our commander out. Let's try that again. 3 lands plus a Signet with a new Gano. Oh my gosh. Stop it. We're not going to make any friends here. Beledros on the opposing side. With Faceless Haven and Crawling Barrens, it's crazy. We only have one of each of these, and they keep showing up. Cultivate, nice. That is good. The Eliminate won't kill Beledros. The Juke will. That's pretty cool. We could tutor here. What do we really want? I don't even know. The Necromancer could be a good idea. We know they have removal. Let's just sit on it until, like, we know what we need to pull with it, right? Let's squash that. Maybe just our Baleful Mastery, right? Oh my gosh, this could be a search. Oh, right there. Nailed it. And now we at least have a corresponding answer. Wolf. How many lands do they have in their hand? And they paid the full amount. They get it. Oh, that's not the... I was thinking of the backside of Jadzi. That is the mastery, though. That's pretty cool. I like that. Like, a lot. Let's see if Liliana can survive a turn. It's going to be pretty risky. I mean, you know, they've got a ton of firepower here. 8 available mana. 9. Willowdrose out. Do they pay 10 life to untap? They do. They definitely do. Binding kills Lily. Nice. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Doesn't really work. Get the land. I mean, maybe we do just wipe it. We've nothing to bring back. I mean, they're able to replay Beledros multiple times. So that does suck. Getting hit for 10 damage. We don't have anything to bring back, which is a big time bummer, but it's a good opportunity to clean the field. I think. A little worried, right? Like, they've got a lot going on still. They have so many available land. Like, Beledros just comes back in. You know, they henge first. We have a... something for that somewhere. Not here. Let's go Professor Onyx again.
Witherbloom is just as dark and musty as I remember.
Let's take the intervention. We have a lot of answers in hand if we can get to them. That henge is really going to mess us up. We need a Liberation to take care of that. As long as there's not haste here. They have so much mana, it's ridiculous. Beledros is nasty, yo. Tome, fine. So this is interesting.
Impeccable study habits.
Kill the pest first. Then we can force them to sack a creature as well. Draw. They might untap all their land here for 10 life. It'd be good news for us, in all honesty. No. I don't think they have any haste. So let's hit for an additional 4 with the Haven. Down to 13. Lots of land here. Lots of stuff going on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in hand. Draw with the Tome. Every creature they play, they draw with the Henge. Beledros is guaranteed draw off the Henge. Oh, it went back to their grave. They bring it back with the Unchained. Oh my gosh. That is like a big draw. Oh no. Why are you doing this to me? Yeah. So they can pay 10 life to untap, 15 plus land here if they want. Let's just take the draw. Verdict hits 1, 2 of them for 5 mana. We're left with 4. No, that wouldn't really work well. Do we want 10 available mana? I don't know.
There has to be an answer here.
That would leave us with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lily could survive here, I think. Right, and then we can still dominate one of these into exile. Beledros does less damage, and it can be replayed, even if we push it to exile. So let's take out the Unchained. The Magecraft ability's putting in work. Really liking that. Let's end our turn here. It's such a nice draw last turn with the Agadeem's Awakening. Okay, so Lily probably goes down to 3, unless they have straight up removal. Brought it on for the draw. Don't you dare! A lot of damage to still do. That's like 7 spells we have to cast. Let's see the hit. Looks like she just gets hit for 5. Down to 3.
That's it. To the detention bog.
Ooh. That is good. Nice. We might have to Ugin at some point. I'm scared. Would cost 4, leaving us with 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. Yeah, that would work. Kind of, not really.
Never thought I'd miss the library.
So that leaves us with 6, right? 1, 2, 6. Cast this for 3. And this for 3. Okay. Creature type Antelope. We do 2 damage here. Ooh. That's our Planeswalker. Let's get them with that too then. Just so we get the Magecraft. And then we're going to cast our Intervention as it's an instant as well. Alright. So we still get all of our Magecraft abilities, but we do lose Professor Onyx. Bummer. And then we'll lose our Signet. They get another massive friggin' draw. That's so good. Dang, that is good. Doesn't much matter. I like Antelope, but Aetherborn's good enough. Okay. Now this is where it gets real weird, right? Maya's in studio, getting her running, telling me to hurry the F up. It's a nice day, she wants to go for her walk. She's busy working all day, though. They did Emblem, wow. Hopefully there's no Vorinclex here. Witherbloom, Belladros, Brawl, OP, man. Oh, wow. Nice. Yeah, our opponent is doing the dirty to us here. This is gonna get straight up nasty. They're so far ramped ahead of us in land, right? They did a bang up job with that. And the Great Henge is certainly helping them as well. They're down to 15 cards though. It has to be. Just the Ugin. Friggin' bomb.
I've got better friends in the wild.
Kind of a bummer. The henge is at 9 CMC. Can't ever get it. Yeah. We need them to just mill themselves, I think. That's going to be our best chance here, is if they mill themselves. They're down to 14. 13. Professor draws 2, right?
New job, new life, new opportunity.
Professor draws 3 as well. They declined it, so they're just getting the Magecraft ability. And they don't plus Professor. Take out Belladros. Oh, that's actually bad because the Great Henge. What was I thinking? I guess let's just kill it. Alright, there are 12 cards. Can we mill them out? Down to 11. The Heartless Act was a bad pick because I forgot about the henge. Like an idiot. Really bad draw. Oh no. Uh-oh. Let's grab that land. Got some lawn mowing going outside. That's great. Not good. I think they're still going to get us. And here we're taking the draw. It's not what we need. Taking a lot of damage here. Right? A lot of damage being taken here. They might be able just to kill us with Magecraft.
It was going to die eventually
We should have
anyway.
killed the Bloodmage. It has less defense. We're taking an extra damage now because of that bad sack. Oh, and it wouldn't have mattered. It would not have mattered. Hit for 18 here. They are going to get us unless we pick up removal. They stopped drawing cards, which is really smart for them as well. Yikes. Ay caramba! Good match, though. The Great Henge is just a game ender, though. We only have so many cards left. Or they're just gonna Magecraft us out. That's why they're doing it. Right? 3 more spells they win. They've got 14 mana. Well, that doesn't do it. Good game. We tried our best. And, you know, it's not happening. That is the Professor Onyx on Professor Onyx Brawl. You love to see it. That was a really good game. I like that. Alright, our third Brawl match here. I'm going to keep it. I think they're sacrificing stuff, so the Pestilent Haze could be really, really good. Hopefully. Last match. I can't get over that still. Belladros. Mostly the great hand. We could have handled everything else, but wow. Nice 20-minute brawl match. It's kind of more fun to play Magic that way, a little bit. Let's pass our turn. They foretold this spell, which is quite interesting. Alright. Let's get some chip damage going on. End our turn. Mauling as our 5th land if we don't pull. Interesting. The plot thickens. Let's still get it out of the way. Just so we can hit Lily on curve. Down to 21. We have our removal up. Arnfell, Horn of Bounty. Discard a card. Exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play those cards this turn. And you're always drawing a card, so you always get a 2-for-1 draw, that means. Which is nice. Let's hit. Do you think Professor's safe here? I don't really care about Murderous Rider. We could have let it fizzle if we killed our own creature, but the Murderous Rider hit the creature, so it's not hitting Lily. You know, if that's a sign to go for it, I think we're going to take it. I'm going to take Remorse. Really hard to pass on the Haven there. Can Professor Onyx survive this turn, right? That's going to be the big question. No. Let's see what's in their hand. Whoa. Now that's some stuff. Let's take care of the Planeswalker, though. By golly. You know what I mean? That is some stuff there. Let's kill this Rider. Going back to the graveyard is really, back from the graveyard to the library is nice. They have a Mothra, which is nice as well. Your Uncloaked Giant, don't really care too much about. They're discarding Mothra. What? That seems a little crazy to me, no? I guess they really want the mana. Onyx back in play. Another plus. I was thinking it was Ugin for a second. Speaking of Ugin, there he is. I guess they could play an Ugin. We have Eat to Extinction, though. They're just taking a draw. That's alright. Birth of Melitus. A-okay. 3, 4, 5, 6 available mana. This can hit our Planeswalker. Down to 3. They're doing work. They're doing some stuff here. Lily goes up. Cling to Dust is really good. Ugin goes out. That should probably be the scoop. What in the world is this Foretold card? That's the big question here. Agonizing Remorse getting into our hand, which is pretty stacked. I'm not gonna lie, this is a good hand. Cling to Dust goes. Nice call. Right, that's super helpful with the Magecraft because you can just replay it, replay it, right? Ooh, Velamachus in the house. Nice. Okay, so the tides have turned. The tides have definitely turned. Lily is dead again. And what do they get off the top? They look through the top 7. Shatter Skull for 0. Nice, okay. Because they can't pay X. Which is helpful. But we still lose Onyx.
I tried to fix things.
Land in play. I guess -7 here. Or do we just take care of it old school? Old school, baby! No, let's keep this for Planeswalker. Let's just kick the Bloodchief's Thirst on the Lorehold Valley. And then we can just continue our assault and do the -10 next turn. Our opponent does have a, pretty nice setup, in all honesty. I'm just not entirely sure if it can compete against an Ugin. I mean, they have Banishing Light, so they have more removal. Scry to the top as well. Maybe they found it. Clutch pull. Gaining life. Clutch pull. Luckily, it just goes into a +2 battle. They nullify one another. Take the draw with our tome. Oh, perfect. Take care of that immediately. We have a Eat to Extinction as well. I want to kick this. Let's draw. We pull the land, so we don't really need to kick it anymore. And turn. I think I'll just plus on Ugin. I don't think I want a -10. Pestilent Haze wasn't really needed in this deck. Or in this matchup, I should say. Definitely needed in the deck, but there just wasn't very many small creatures here. 2 lands. Castle Ardenvale is good for them. And now this is in Foretell mode, I think. Wow. So that happened. That happened. We're okay for another Lily, though. And she can just help us draw.
Witherbloom is just as dark and musty as I remember.
I don't think the eliminate's needed, to be honest.
Come on, there's gotta be something useful.
Let's get this replicating ring out. At least if we're playing land, you know, we can replay her if something bad happens. A couple of seriously nice matches of Brawl today. My client's running fine. I don't know if you guys watched my last battle with CGB, but my client just like threw up. So we'll let them take it, and then as soon as they do, we kill it. Taking our mana is kind of annoying, though. Oh, you dog. So this thing has haste. It's going to hit us for 3. We're going to take 3 damage. I imagine the Professor Onyx is taking 3 of that damage. Oh, but we had to sacrifice at that time. I guess we should have saved it. Whoops. Oops. We messed up. We lost our token there on accident. Lily's still fine. Yeah. Shadow's Verdict will do.
There has to be an answer here.
Yes, 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 yes. Now we can toss out our replicating ring. And we have Eat to Extinction up still. Man, our opponents are making us work for it today. That Horn of Bounty's doing a lot of work. Toss the Signet, draw 2 lands. Wow. Agadeem's Awakening. Nice. So luckily we can kill Veli. Luckily. Did they not have... Oh no, they've got the relics for the swamps, so there's no problem with their mana base. And these are swamps too, they just don't look like it. It's pretty cool. I'll respect that. They have 10, 11, 12, 13 available mana. So they can take, like... Oh, they only have 2 things in their grave, though. Too bad. Let's take out Veli here. Magecraft hits. It's a good draw engine, in all honesty. And we have the land for it, right? Professor Onyx with the draw. Loving it. We're down to 22 cards. So this is cool. We play the troll. It's trample and haste. And then we do Magecraft damage with the haste, and we wipe their whole field. Right? It does suck. It takes our attack down to 6 as well. Oh, that's so good. That is so good for them. But we still get it. Yeah. Pestilent Haze and the Goat Skis. Don't mind that. Really nice games. I like that. Brawl's pretty cool. Alright. Brawl, Brawl, Brawl. I don't know. I think you guys can maybe expect more Brawl content from your boy HGG. It is a lot of work creating 2 top 500 or top 1500 even mythic decks every day. and to maintain that level of excellence, it's a lot of work, right? And there's only so many, like I know there's more than one way to skin a cat, but there actually is only a few ways, right? There's not infinite ways to do this. So there's only so many decks that we can make. And, you know, I do like to keep the content a little fresh. I don't want to be playing the same deck 5 times within the set release. Not that I have, but it does weigh on my mind sometimes where it's like, well, I don't really have a great deck today. Maybe I'll just upgrade an old one. And I think we can get around that, right? We can kind of, you know, quality over quantity, which is weird when I make so much quantity, right? But if I can limit the amount of standard videos I'm doing without hurting the amount of views the YouTube channel gets, then we can, you know, lessen that pressure off myself, do these goofy brawl decks, do the goofy arena events that are happening, right? And it's a lot less stress, right? I don't have to think as hard, I don't have to try as hard, and that opens up some more energy for those other decks, the standard best of 1 decks that you guys do care about so much, right? So, you know, we're going to be experimenting with a couple different kinds of content here in the future, just to try to lessen the workload, at least during the summertime, right? It's beautiful out, and, you know, I hate being on the computer all day when it's so nice out, and, you know, we live so far north that we get so few nice days that it's you got to take advantage of them when they come our way, right? So massive thank you to everybody supporting the channel. I appreciate you. Check out the Linktree link if you want to get in on the goodies, and of course have yourselves a magical day. If you haven't done so yet, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe. We'll see you soon in the next.